Dr. Anthony Harper here, blessed to be at the NRB convention with Kevin Sorbo. Kevin, it's great to join you again.
It's good to see you again.
And I know God's Not Dead movie was a real hit, and it really impacted me and so many others, and made me cry a lot. But a very special movie.
But I got to tell you, I did a movie before that called What If, with PureFlix. It's a PureFlix movie, same writers that did God's Not Dead. Personally, I think it's a better movie than God's Not Dead, but it all depends on word of mouth and how much you can get these things out there, because we do an independent movie. It's hard to compete against a $300 million Ragnarok or Avengers movie where they have $100 million to spend on promotion.
Wow.
We're lucky if you find $2 million. People think that's a lot of money. That's not catering budget on one of those movies. So we need word of mouth, and that's what happened with God's Not Dead. But we need all these movies to get positive word of mouth to get out there.
Yeah, and you got several projects that are happening.
I do.
So what are those?
A movie right now in theaters called The Girl Who Believes in Miracles. It's in its third month out there. I started with Miro Sorvino and Peter Coyote. Wonderful little movie about a girl that she takes to heart what her pastor says at that sermon that day, that if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. She starts praying for things and people, and little miracles start happening around town that make people go, what's going on around here? So it's a wonderful, touching movie. 4th of July week, my other movie is coming out called One Nation Under God. It's a high school drama about putting that phrase back in our Pledge of Allegiance, which we need to be doing because we are one nation under God.
Yeah.
And then I have a movie called Miracle in East Texas that is coming out. I directed it. It's going to be out in September. I'm in it with Miro Sorvino. Lou Gossett Jr., John Ratzenberger, my wife Sam did a great job in it, and Tyler Main. It's a wonderful movie set in 1930, true story, but the largest oil find in the history of the world. It's a comedy, but it's a true story that has a faith twist to it as well. So Miracle in East Texas. And I'm in the Reagan movie. I got 1 week left filming in that in Oklahoma. I play the pastor to Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
And then I have the next Left Behind movie I'm directing and starring in, and we're prepping for it right now. We start filming in August and September.
Okay, so the new Left Behind movie really was a great impact on me and so many others. So the message of that. So how is this Left Behind movie different than the first one that came out with Kirk Cameron?
After that came out with Nicolas Cage. That was about 8 years ago. So it's amazing it's taking this long to get the next one going, but I'm taking over that role. I'm directing as well, and it's a continuation of where that movie left off, and shows you how bad the world has now become, where lawlessness is everywhere. Kind of what's going on right now in our world. Suicides are up. Kind of what's going on in our world right now. So it's interesting parallel to what's really happening in real life in not only America but the world. So it's interesting times right now.
Is there a website for the new Left Behind coming out?
Go to sorbos.org. That's sorbos.org. Also go to kevinsorbo.net. It's a good place to go. But if you go to sorbos.org, you can jump on board, leave your email, and information will be in touch.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I want to invite people to pray for Kevin and his wife Sam, and what they're involved with all these great projects. And Kevin, by the way, was in that very popular TV series Hercules, and that was quite the
7 years of my life. We actually, by our third year, we became the most watched TV show in the world, and we had 2 spin-off shows, and 7 years in New Zealand. It was fantastic. Loved it down there.
Okay. Well, pray for Kevin and his wife and all those involved with these wonderful movie projects, and sure appreciate you a lot.
My pleasure. Thanks for the time.
Kevin,
I appreciate it.
Say hello to Sam.
I will do that. Thank you.